So, two individuals. Just talk about the importance of that for the program to get two guys into the NCAA as individuals.
Yeah, it's huge for us. The team had a great year overall, but Riley and Gavin, both made it on their own or really kind of stood above and put in the extra work this year. I think it's a huge sign for the future that we're able to see more and more of the team, creating that sort of postseason success. They've both worked really hard, and we're fortunate enough to have them both back next year, which is great, and can't wait to get things going and hopefully watch them move themselves on to nationals at Albuquerque next week.
And coming into this year, you knew what you had with Gavin, and how has he kind of elevated his game from where he was, before things shut down last year?
Yeah, I mean, we've always known Gavin's super talented and has a lot of those skills and just kind of natural abilities that everyone wants to have. I think this year his commitment to not only doing the things he needs to do for himself, but doing the things that the team needs and being a leader on and off the golf course has been big for our success. He's done all the little things that it takes to go to the next level, and everyone else on the team has kind of followed in his footsteps, which has been great for us.
And how is Gavin, as a leader for this team and an upperclassman, kind of elevated the program as large?
Just kind of once again leadership and accountability, and he's made things very clear to the guys on the team that if we want to succeed and we want to continue to win tournaments and championships and get to the postseason, there's no days off, and even when we're resting, we're still thinking about how we're going to try and get better. And he's talked about it a couple of times this year, but leading by example and making sure that other guys can come to him if they're looking for some motivation is a key factor.
And then with Riley also being selected, can you talk about the impact of having a freshman being selected when there's so few across the country being added as individuals?
Yeah, Riley is incredibly talented. I mean, what a great freshman year. The thing that's really kind of been interesting just from a culture perspective with Riley is how much guys on the team have gravitated towards him as he's continued to play better golf. His skill set, natural athletic abilities through the roof. His mental maturity is incredible. And I think just as he continues to get more and more reps and more experience in college golf and some of these bigger events, he's going to have a lot more wins under his belt.
And have you had an opportunity to look at the field that you'll be seeing next week?
Yeah, the field's one of the strongest regionals for sure. We've got, I think, 3 teams in the top 10 in the country that are there, and a lot of teams that are local to our region. So a lot of these teams will have played this course before, which is going to create some stiff competition. But luckily for us, Gavin's played at this course before. The last time we were there, he had a top 5 finish, which is great. And Riley's going to a place which is similar altitude and compared to where he's from in Prescott, Arizona. So I think it's a good setup for both of them, and it'll test all parts of your game, and really excited to get out there.
And we're a few days away from knowing what the weather will be like, but how does this course play?
It's tough. It's one of the toughest challenges in college golf for sure, and just the sense that it's long, the rough's thick, the greens are quick. You got to be disciplined, and you got to make sure you got a steady head on your shoulders for all 54 holes, which luckily for us, that's 2 things that Riley and Gavin are really good at. So we're excited to get there, and I think the course fits their games great.
And what are you hoping to get out of an opportunity to have 2 guys in a regional?
Yeah, I mean, just the opportunity that it's not, one guy out there searching for one spot. There's one individual that gets through, and we've got 2 shots at that. So I think that's huge for us. These are 2 of the highest ranked players in the field, and like I said, a golf course that should fit their games well. So it provides us a first chance of having an individual make it to the NCAA national championships on their own.
And what have you and Mike worked on with the group this year that's kind of allowed them to elevate their game and win a couple of individual and team titles?
I think a big focus this year for us has just been our mental approach, whether it's been through, being more present either in practice rounds or in the tournament over shots, a lot of affirmations and talking about what we want to achieve, how we're going to do it, and then believing that we will do it. It's been really neat to see guys on the team write down things such as I will win a tournament or we will win this tournament, and they happen because they believe them and they're working hard towards it. So just a lot of the little things. I mean, they're all really talented and very athletic and can hit the ball a mile and have great short games. Just a matter of believing in themselves and doing those little things that don't let their confidence waver at all.
And when people from afar look at LMU golf, we have these 2 as representatives of the program. What do they bring to the table? get to do and see that these two will bring to the public light?
I mean, a lot of low scores, to be honest. I mean, these two are, they're not only great golfers, they're great guys. They're great in the classroom, two of the highest GPAs on the team. I mean, they're very, very well-rounded. They represent the school really well, and makes everyone proud to be a Lion. So, I think hopefully going to Albuquerque next week, they're going to see a lot of birdies from these guys. It looks like the conditions will be pretty favorable. So, just provides a great opportunity to be associated with a program and some individuals that are really quality people and quality golfers.
And then lastly, with all of the challenges with shutdowns and obstacles with the coronavirus, how was it to get from point A, where you were ready to start up the season, having the fall tournaments, and then building momentum from spring to now?
Yeah, the whole COVID year has been kind of a head scratcher in a lot of ways, but I think we started some team meetings and some kind of mental preparation last year in the summer before we even got into the season, and really just talked about being able to accept whatever it is that's thrown at us and being able to navigate the conditions that we have, and doing it with a lot of confidence and not letting the little things shake us. And so, we're fortunate being a golf program. Golf's been a little bit more open than some other sports, but it's really kind of given us a chance, I think, to reflect on who we are, what we want to do, how we're going to do it, and just keeping our heads down and working hard the whole time.
Great. Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Matt.
That's good.
Gavin, you were selected as an individual for the NCAA regionals. What was your thought watching the selection show on the Golf Channel?
Yeah, I felt like I was deserving of making it a postseason. There were a lot of things leading up to that I felt confident that I was going to be able to make regionals as an individual. And watching the show, obviously there's a few regional spots that were picked prior to my name being called. So I felt a little antsy midway through, but luckily when I saw my name, there was a lot of relief. And seeing Riley's name as well was icing on top. That was super cool to watch.
And it's kind of a unique opportunity to go as an individual, but have a teammate with you. What is the benefit of that?
Yeah, it's obviously super nice having Riley by my side and having both coaches being able to travel with us. I think that's going to allow for us to prep and kind of feed off of each other and know that we're not there alone, that we're there with a teammate. It's super nice being able to practice with them the days prior to the event. And yeah, looking forward to a great week in Albuquerque.
And for you to have a successful tournament, what needs to happen on the course?
Just stick to what I've been doing throughout the year. Don't press. Just kind of do the things that coach has been drilling to us all year, with staying patient, staying present, and seeing what the course gives you. And if the putts drop, then I think I'll have a really good chance in advancing to nationals.
And throughout this course of the year, you had an opportunity to not only play your game, but also be a upperclassman leader. How has that kind of changed your role?
Yeah, so obviously being team captain is something that I take very seriously. I think it's a great title to have, but having guys kind of follow in with what you feel is necessary to be successful, and obviously having freshmen that are so highly talented, it makes my job a lot easier. But yeah, it's been great, and I'm super excited with where this program's going, and looking forward to what we have in the future.
And when you get out to New Mexico and you hit the practice course, is there anything that you're going to look for to kind of make sure you're ready to go on Monday morning?
Yeah, we'll see how the greens are rolling. I've played the course prior, and I know that it's a championship level golf course. There's going to be things where you might think it might be a little unfair, but like I said, you just got to roll with the punches and be as prepared as possible, and make good committed golf swings, and hopefully I get the ball in a little quicker than everyone else in the field.
And before going into this tournament, what were a highlight or two of this year for you?
Sure. I think obviously getting a team win was an amazing accomplishment for the program. Getting 2 individual wins was super fun, and I've put myself in contention at conference, which was something that was a goal of mine to win, but it obviously wasn't able to finish that one off. But being in the hunt and putting myself in that situation was was fun. You live for that and you practice for that every day. And yeah, I'm looking forward to keeping the road going into postseason.
And you mentioned it, but winning an individual tournament, finishing top 7 in conference, how much does being right there at the end of these major tournaments help you going into an event like this?
Yeah, it's key. You never can really prepare yourself for that adrenaline rush and going down the stretch and competing against some of the best players in the country. And being able to do that a few times this year, it's key. And I'm excited to be able to put myself in that situation this week and be able to capitalize when I might feel a little more uncomfortable than normal and produce some good shots coming in and get a win at regionals.
Great. We appreciate the time.
Thank you.
All right, Riley, will you just give us a quick summary of how year 1 went for you and what you're looking forward to going into next week's tournament?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm truly grateful for the opportunity to play in regionals as a freshman, and I'm pretty happy as to how I played given my preparation. I worked quite hard last semester, this semester, and it's good to see it as paying off. I don't think I have any expectations going to regionals. Just going to play my best, see what I got going, and hopefully splits drop. We'll see if we can qualify for nationals.
And on selection day, what was your thoughts when you were watching the show, not knowing what would happen?
Yeah, so I was FaceTiming my parents, and I was waiting for my name to be called. I knew I would be on the bubble going into a conference, and I was just hoping for the opportunity to play. And when I saw Gavin and my names, I was so excited. I was so nervous watching it, just waiting. So it was good.
And you have, as well as Gavin, an individual win this season. Will that help you in a tournament like this?
I guess it puts me in the position. If I'm in that position again, I'll be able to feed on what I did at Sac State to win that. But overall, it's in my head. It's all the same. It's all golf, and I prepared as well as I could. So do my best and see what I get.
Were there any surprises this year in terms of being a transition from before college to a college golfer that you didn't expect?
I'd say the biggest surprise was just COVID in general. Everything was pretty much how I expected it to be. Courses were always pretty pure, which was a blessing in my opinion, for sure. Coming from Arizona, not too many great courses in the summer that are as pure as what we've been playing. But overall, once again, golf's just staying golf, and I've played golf for a long time, and I'm getting experience this year, which is good.
And what in your game needs to go well for you to have a great tournament?
I definitely need to putt the ball well. Gets given for winning tournaments, but if I can find the fairways out there and give myself some opportunities, I have a good feeling about this week for sure.
And what benefit is there, having both your coaches and Gavin going to be on site with you so you can, at the end of each day, go over everything and talk through what you need to do to go into the next day?
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be helpful with momentum. I think I'm going to be playing right in front of him, I believe. And so I'll be able to see him feed off his momentum. Hopefully he can feed off mine. Having the coaches there as well will be similar to feeling like we're here just practicing, take all the pressure off. So it's exciting for sure.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.